I think this might be day 12, I'm not sure. It's after midnight, so technically it doesn't count, but I'll probably just do another one later and then make it up somehow. This book is another Japanese book, another one of the holy grails, the Bibles, the whatever the hell you want to use a reference for, of Japanese martial arts. And there's nothing on it. This way. It's Nihon Budo Taikei. This is volume 5 from Imamura Yoshio, who was a researcher who was also a master of Yagyu Shinkageryu. Volume 5 is Suijutsu, Hojutsu, Bajutsu, and Ninjutsu. 10 volumes in this set. Thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of pages. This one has, who knows how much information. Like, as I said before in my other video, the word I was thinking of when I couldn't think of a translation for Hinaoju was Gon, spelled, or Gona, Gonne, which was not really a matchlock. It was any type of gun that was fired, as well as where the origin of the term gun is, that was fired using a ignition source. Like, either it could be a fuse, like a matchlock, where it's a lit wick touched against it, or it could be anything that's put into a hole, like the way that shikomi jite that are actually guns work. They have a little hole in the top, usually off to the side of the tachimogi no kagi, and the thing is widened out. It's bored out. And then you would touch, you could touch your pipe into it, and that would shoot like one ball, and that was a form of it. So this book has tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of information, entire scrolls of Hojutsu. As you can see, there's a guy who's imitating me, holding it out. It looks like it's probably about 6 feet long, so that's obviously what I'm used to doing when I go to the bathroom. So this covers lots of information about gunnery, like all the different positions. All the stuff that you learn nowadays actually is pretty much in here. A guy doing it in Fundoshi. So that's always interesting to see this kind of evolution. And then more advanced stuff. These types of drawings that you really need to be familiar with a few of the different old style gunnery schools. Like, this actually breaks it down too, by each school. This is Tenyama. Is it Tenyama Ryu or is it Tenzan Ryu? I think it would be Tenzan Ryu. I don't remember how they actually pronounce the name, but they're a school of Hojutsu. Yeah, so you can see lots of that kind of crazy canon stuff. Then, moving from stuff that I don't really know a lot about into stuff that I do know a lot about, the next section is Suijutsu. Covers tons of schools. Kobori Ryu, obviously, if you're going to talk about Suijutsu, you're going to talk about Kobori Ryu. You're going to talk about Shinden Ryu, you're going to talk about a few things like that. So you have all of your, where the hell is it? Regular strokes. You have your drown proofing, which, everyone hates. Diving, here you go, doing some flips off the diving board, obviously. There's, you're treading water, you're cutting a pineapple. That's not actually what's being done, but some people might get the joke. He's actually making something to make another thing float. You know, he's uh, basically taking notes in the water. He's keeping himself afloat. He's that kind of stuff. But he's making another device. I'm gonna say that. Then combining the two, we have how to use a gun in the water. I know a couple of guys and they don't even do that. So lots of different methods for staying afloat. Kind of like the help position, but not really. Tie when your hands and feet are bound, that kind of stuff. We know that technique, those of us. Chris knows it because he watched the Manaka video. How to get your horse out of the water. That's an interesting one. Horigai stuff. That's awesome. Signaling in the water using what the hell is the damn name of that shell? What animal is that? Oh, conch. Couldn't think of it. No, in Japanese, can't think of the damn word in English. And then here we go. I think this is Shindenryu. Let me see. Yeah, it's Shindenryu. These are flotation devices. So lots of interesting stuff there. More flotation devices, and then the collapsible boat. So there we go. Or well, it's not really collapsible. It's a group of boxes put together. So tons and tons of information about that. More flotation devices. And then we get to this. You can't read it. This is the Ninjutsu section. And in this one, this is the Bansen Shukai. I think this is Okusei's version. So, no point in going over that because we all know what's in it. But yeah, the entire Bansen Shukai is in here. Lots of stuff, just on and on and on. And then into Bajutsu, which I also don't know too much about because I don't ride horses. But this is, has complex genealogies of all the different Ryu that are really famous. There's 10 volumes of this book. I have one. If I had the entire set, it would be ridiculous. This is something that has to be bought. This is up there with the Bugei Ryu Hadaiji 10. This, Nawa Sensei's books. So definitely the 80-meter Jai ones, Nihon Budo Taikei, Nihon Budo Zenshu also, or then I would say Bugei Ryu Hadaiji 10. And I think once you have that collection, you're good to go for lots of stuff. And then you can go into more complex stuff if you want to focus in specific areas. But I think for a general overview of Japanese martial arts, just that series, you'll be pretty much set. Oh, and what the hell? What was the other one I should say? Nihon Budo Jiten. That one. Yeah, that would be it. So, if you want to be a damn champion of knowing everything, go with that. Track them down. It's not too much money nowadays. It was a lot less back then, but that's the end of that. Nihon Budo Taikei, Imamura Yoshio. Awesome books. And it'll be an awesome workout, picking them up and reading them. That's the end. We'll figure out what day this was. 12, 13, who the hell knows.